This is the situation in Kenya now, and the president is trying to say, the situation is good, but it's not. You all know what inflation is, right? That feeling when your grocery bill just keeps getting higher and your money buys less and less? It's frustrating for sure. But what if I told you there's an economic phenomenon that's often seen as even worse than inflation? Something that can paralyze an economy and leave deep scars? I'm talking about deflation. And trust me, it's a lot more sinister than it sounds. Here's what it does, starting with something that might initially sound pretty good. Imagine this. You walk into a store, and the prices on everything are actually going down. A new TV you've been eyeing is suddenly 10% cheaper next month, and maybe even 20% cheaper the month after that. Your everyday groceries cost less. Sounds like a dream, right? More bang for your buck. Initially, that's what happens. Consumer goods, day by day, become cheaper. But here's where the dream turns into a nightmare. If you expect prices to keep falling, what do? You wait. Why buy that new TV today if it's going to be even cheaper next week or next month? Why invest in new equipment for your business if you know the cost of materials will drop further? This creates a massive problem. Consumers stop spending, and businesses stop investing. When people stop spending, businesses feel the pinch immediately. Their sales drop, their profits shrink. And what do businesses do when profits shrink? They cut costs. This often means laying off employees or cutting wages. Suddenly, those cheaper goods don't look so appealing when you're worried about your job or your next paycheck. The halting of money circulation. And this leads us to the heart of the problem: no money circulation. Think of money as the lifeblood of the economy. It needs to flow. When deflation hits, that flow grinds to a halt. Here's why. First, the real value of your cash goes up. If prices are falling, your dollar today can buy more tomorrow. So instead of spending it or investing it, you hoard it. You sit on your money, waiting for it to be worth even more. This is called cash hoarding. Second, and this is crucial, deflation makes debt much, much heavier. Let's say you took out a loan for a house, a car, or to start a business. When you borrowed that money, you expected to pay it back with future earnings. But with deflation, prices are falling, and very often, so are wages and incomes. So, the money you're earning today is worth less than it was, but the debt you owe hasn't changed. In real terms, the amount you have to pay back feels much bigger and more difficult to manage. This leads to widespread loan defaults. People and businesses can't repay their debts. Banks which are holding these loans start to crumble. The financial system becomes unstable, and banks become extremely reluctant to lend new money. This creates a credit crunch. Businesses can't get loans to expand, and people can't get loans to buy homes or cars. The deflationary spiral. So, let's connect the dots. Falling prices lead to delayed spending. Delayed spending leads to lower business profits. Lower profits lead to job losses and wage cuts. This reduces people's ability to spend even further. On top of that, the real burden of debt increases, causing loan defaults and a paralyzed financial system. The lack of spending and investment pushes prices down even more, creating a vicious deflationary spiral. This is why economists often fear deflation more than inflation. While inflation erodes purchasing power, deflation can bring an entire economy to a standstill, leading to mass unemployment, widespread bankruptcies, and a period of deep economic stagnation. It's incredibly difficult for governments and central banks to fight once it takes hold, because interest rates can't really go below zero. So, the next time you hear about prices falling, remember that while a discount is great, a widespread, sustained drop in prices, deflation, is a sign of deep economic trouble. It's a silent destroyer, often much harder to recover from than the loudest inflation.